When the person you helped starts to despise you, it reveals the painful truth about human nature.
Have you ever been hurt by someone you once lifted up with your own hands? That was the question from a follower who asked not to be identified. And the pain within that question is not small, because some wounds do not come from enemies, but from those who once received from us strength, support, direction, and light. On the path of the occultist, helping someone is never a trivial act. It is not merely about extending a hand on the material plane. Many times it means offering time, energy, counsel, presence, and even spiritual exhaustion so that another person can cross a dark phase of life. It means standing when the other has fallen. It means silently sustaining what almost no one sees. But there is a bitter truth that every initiate learns sooner or later. Not everyone who receives light will know how to honor it. Some, when they rise again, choose arrogance instead of gratitude. Others prefer contempt. And there are those who, in order not to feel small before the one who helped them, try to diminish the very hand that lifted them. And that hurts. It hurts deeply, because it is not only ingratitude, it is a kind of energetic, moral, and spiritual rupture. It is the moment when you realize that you gave part of your strength to someone who, once rescued from the abyss, begins to act as if they never needed you. Or worse, as if your presence has now become inconvenient. But the true occultist must not react the way the profane reacts. The profane revolts, shouts, demands recognition, accuses, threatens, and tries to prove their worth at any cost. The occultist, however, understands that every relationship reveals the hidden nature of those involved. When someone despises the one who once did them good, they are revealing their own inner disorder. They may have risen in life, perhaps, but they did not elevate the spirit. And here lies one of the most difficult lessons of the path. Helping is not chaining. Those who help with true awareness know that the good they offer cannot become an instrument of possession. You do not help to be worshipped. You do not help to be obeyed. You do not help to build an emotional throne upon someone else's weakness. You help because, in that moment, your strength could serve. But there is another lesson just as important, and many forget it. The fact that you help someone does not mean you must continue allowing that person access to your life, your intimacy, your energy after they have chosen contempt. In occultism, compassion is not blindness. Kindness is not servitude, and silence is not weakness. When someone who received much from you begins to despise you, the wisest response is not to beg for consideration, nor is it to descend into resentment. The wisest response is to gather your energy back, close the inner door, observe, remain silent, and allow time itself to reveal the weight of each person's choices. Because there is something many people ignore, every act of ingratitude creates imbalance. That imbalance does not always appear immediately, but it moves, it demands, it returns. Not because you must seek revenge, but because no disharmony disappears without consequence. Whoever spits on the bridge that allowed them to cross a river may one day discover they need to return, and the bridge may no longer be there. The occultist must understand that certain losses are, in truth, a cleansing. Certain distances are protection, and certain acts of contempt, though painful, are necessary revelations. It is better to see someone's bitter truth than to keep sustaining an illusion at the cost of your own peace. If the person has risen again and now despises you, do not chase them. Do not try to convince them of what they have already chosen not to see. Do not humiliate yourself before ingratitude. And above all, do not allow this gesture to Erase the purity of your previous act. The good you did remains good, even if it was received by someone incapable of honoring it. This is inner power, remaining aware of your own value without needing to announce it. Remaining whole, even after disappointment. Knowing how to leave without scandal. Knowing how to cut ties without hatred. Knowing how to close a chapter without destroying your own essence. Because the true occultist does not measure their greatness by the gratitude of others. They measure it by their ability to act with consciousness, to endure the revelation of human nature, and to refuse to let the shadows of others corrupt their own light. So if this has happened to you, remember this sentence well. Whoever despises you after receiving much from you does not diminish your value. They only reveal that they have not yet understood the value of what they received. Withdraw. Protect yourself. Stand firm and move forward. There are doors that close not as punishment, but as consecration. And sometimes, losing the presence of an ungrateful person is the quietest form of spiritual victory. If this message spoke to you, leave your comment. I want to know your perspective on this. And share this video with someone who needs to hear this.